Okay, everybody, we're back again after a break to finish off basically we're going to be talking about the 1967 racing season with Danny. Off to the left here is Rod McCarroll. We got Danny in the middle. We got Tom Job off to the right. And way off to the right we have our executive director, Mr. Don Prieto. There he is. Okay, we're all set. All right, boys. So Danny, let's begin.
Well, actually in January we were still running the Hawaiian one car after a successful season. The fact that we ran the Winter Nationals, but before that we acquired a car from H&A Processing, Herbie, and Keith and Roland decided they wanted to test the 426 Marine engine, supposedly, to get around the higher-ups at Chrysler, and we put that in Herbie's car. Started putting it in Herbie's car, and we tested it, and it ran pretty good. It ran first time out. It ran 1,000-foot mark. Ran an 8:03, which was okay. We didn't run the eliminations, and after that we. Roland lost in the Winter Nationals that year to Connie Coletta, and so he could see the handwriting on the wall. He wanted a different car, so he contacted Don, and we were in the process of getting Mike Sorokin, to fit into the Don Long car with a 426. No paint, just a wraparound body.
So now there's two Hawaiian cars, right?
Yes.
The other one didn't get retired, it's still running, and now
Right.
there's a new one.
There's
So
a
Roland has
Fuller
two cars.
392 car, and the new car was a 426 Don Long car. We ran that car. Next race would be the March meet. Roland won that meet with the 392 Fuller car. And the Don Long Hawaiian 2 with the 426 lost in the semis, I believe. Being late to Dave Beebe. He had beat Tommy Allen, Adams and Ware, Bainey Pink, and Perdone, and ran 7:18, I think. But he was late with Dave Beebe. He was never late, right?
Never. Very.
Tore him up.
No, I bet.
Tore Roland up too,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
because that's the race Roland won.
Wasn't the impetus for that car Keith sorting out the late Hemi?
What's that?
The reason for that car to begin with was to get track time for Keith, because he was developing the 426 for Chrysler Marine.
He thought he was going to get the 426 deal out here, and he was trying to put together a deal to make aluminum motors, but Chrysler was way ahead of him. They squelched that deal, which hurt Keith pretty much, even though he started building the 426s after that. But that's a longer down the road there. He had a lot of money in those big machines, I know that. And so after the March meet, where did we go? We went to Vegas?
Race.
Yeah. Was that before or after?
Vegas is the next race.
Yeah. Well,
In one Vegas, right? Because here's a picture
yes.
of
Yeah, we won that race.
Sorokin holding the trophy,
And that little Hawaiian kid over there.
little Hawaiian guy here, and this big guy in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's,
Herbie-
that's
Herbie
Herb
is-
in the
This is
sunglasses.
the H&A
Herbie's
guy,
right
Herbie.
there.
H&A
He's a
guy.
nice guy.
So,
And that's when Roland, I think, they were in the process of building the new Don Long car, for the 392.
Okay.
To
Okay.
replace the Fuller car,
Yeah.
which was old and tired,
Yep.
2 years old.
Those drivers, they get upset when somebody else wins, especially when they're on camp. Snively was not happy. Loved him to death. His daughter she contacted me. And she wanted to know what these old pictures were and who was that guy. You knew Snively and knew Roland, but who's that guy? So I haven't talked to her yet, but I will.
Wow,
Good.
who's that guy?
And
So you moved on to the next race was the Riverside Hot Rod.
yes. Side note, Roland loaned his car, the Fuller car, to Stan Jeroma? No.
Yeah, Stanley.
Stan Jeroma was a friend of his from Hawaii that came over. He got him a job at Donovan Engineering, and anyway, he wasn't too successful with that car. I guess he ran a few mash races and stuff. He had his own motor in it, so that's one of the reasons it wasn't successful.
Stanley had his own engine.
Yeah.
He borrowed the car from Roland,
Right.
put his own engine in,
Yeah.
and it didn't work out.
And he drove it, right?
Yes, he drove it.
Stan drove
Stanley
it.
could do it
drove
all.
it.
So maybe he drove like Roland.
He lost to Larry Dixon Sr., the King of the Hill at Hibbler's old place, Fernando. But that's about as good as he got.
This was Stanley.
Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so back to Riverside,
We ran that race.
you guys go to the Riverside Hot Rod meet
Correct.
with Hawaiian 2.
With the new Dom Long Hawaiian, with the 392 in it.
With the 392 in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We both cars were there, and Sorokin lost to Kanikalita. No, he beat Kanikalita. He lost to, I think it was James Warren, if I remember correctly. And Roland won the race with the 392.
Which we have.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's that picture. Okay.
Is that okay?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Very fine.
And that's the first major win for the Dom Long chassis version of the Hawaiian,
Yes.
which is now, some people refer to as Hawaiian 3.
I don't know. There's somebody else. You got any more?
They were coming out of the woodwork.
Quote unquote, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that,
Right. But it's the car.
and
that
Sorokin
replaced-
wasn't happy after this.
He didn't win.
Yeah, he didn't win. But, he clicked it early, so I think that was James who was racing. Our
So he had
friend
to
James.
win, but he clicked it and lost.
He wanted to say, I don't know, he was so worried about blowing up equipment. And anyway, after that, Roland started to build a body for that 392 car, and we started to build a body for the 426 car, of which Mr. Hanna did the body and had a genius working on the fuel tank.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
Leave
next,
that lay there, explain that.
There it's just like
the next race
Mr.
was
Tom Joe built the
Irwindale.
fuel tank for the Hawaiian
Yeah, Irwindale
while working
It was
for
top
Tom
eliminator.
Hanna.
won the top eliminator race, and he beat Crosley and Moss, Patelli and Safford, and Warren Coburn and Miller. And this is a car in its first full outfit.
with proper body work and paint
Yeah.
and so on.